help me prepare everything I need for a podcast, including outreach and promotion.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Writer channel. Today, we're going to show you how to automate all the repetitive busy work that goes around podcast production. Everything from how to prepare by researching the guests to drafting that outreach email with the questions you're proposing, and then afterwards, maybe a transcript, the show notes, and the blog that houses the podcast after it's been published. We're going to do all this, but we're going to bake in 4 key ingredients. We're going to get voice, skills, knowledge, and context added so that what you produce sounds like your brand, is in compliance with your latest marketing messages, and legal, and doesn't end up coming out like generic AI slop. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around and we'll show you how it's done.
Here we are in Writer Agent. I've opened up our Humans of AI interview prep playbook. This playbook is designed to help me build a structured interview guide. I input Kathy's background as the CMO of SmarterX and Marketing AI Institute and our core themes. And now we're going to let the agent run. As Writer Agent runs, it's combining our core ingredients. First, let's talk about the skills it's using. It uses the writer brand messaging skill as part of the project context to ensure our interview questions align with our core corporate messaging. This is a skill our VP of Comms and Content, Glenda, created and maintains for our marketing team to use as we see fit across playbooks or chat sessions. Second, it uses the Fortune 500 CMO reviewer skill. This is the way I stress test and refine questions, making sure they are highly relevant and engaging for a CMO. This skill is one that I created. I simply started a session in Writer, asked it to help me create a skill, described what I wanted to do, and provided a persona doc from our product marketing team to give it a bit more context. When I was done, I published it to the rest of my team so they can use it as well. The other key ingredient here is voice. Since this is our CMO's interview script, I want it to be in his voice. Not a generic, not sounding like Writer's marketing voice, Diego's voice. So I've created a personal voice, and I tuned it by sharing transcripts of interviews with Diego and samples of his writing. And now it's available for me to use in any session or playbook. I use it when I'm creating work that should sound like our CMO. Let me show you quickly where you can set up a voice. All you have to do is go into your Writer Agent, click Manage, and in the Personality tab, you can either select a voice that's already default. In this case, I have a personal voice that captures my particular writing quirks and personality, but we also have a bunch of different voices that are available to our team, including the writer marketing voice. What's cool about this is when you set up a new voice, all you have to do is add examples of writing that captures the voice and tone, and it will create an entire voice profile for you. You can review that voice profile and decide whether or not that's accurate, and then you've got that voice captured. That's another way of embedding a non-generic voice into your AI output. I've also enabled a connector, in this case, Google Doc connectors. Once the questions are finalized, the playbook uses our Google Docs connector to write the complete interview guide directly into a shared Google Doc. Also an executive summary for our CMO to review, and a guest email with interview questions for our guest to review. And here's some of the output. Here's a message to Kathy McPhillips, letting her know what to expect in the interview and laying it out in a narrative way so we can understand really the overall story we're trying to tell. And we also have an executive one-page brief for Diego with core questions, things to keep in mind, goals for the interview, and also he can always take a look at the master doc in our Writer playbook session because I can share a link to it and he can take a look at any time. And that's our first recipe. Here we are back in Writer Agent. I've selected our podcast episode promotion package playbook. That's a lot of P's. I'll upload the raw transcript from Kathy's episode and hit run. As the agent runs, it analyzes the transcript to identify key themes and quotes. But here's where voice is so important. For the interview prep, we used Diego's voice. But for promotional assets, we need to use our consistent brand voice. The playbook uses writer voices to automatically generate the episode description, social posts, and employee advocacy copy on our exact brand voice. It also runs the AIism detector, which is created by our campaign manager, Jamie, and the writer style checker skill. Both of these skills are designed to eliminate all of those AI cliches that everybody can pick up on now, and also make sure that everything is following our writing style, using, for example, sentence case on headings instead of title case. Finally, it writes the recap blog post to Google Docs and uses our Slack connector to send the entire promotional package to our team channel for review and approval. And that's how we automate our content promotion while maintaining absolute brand integrity.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in learning more about how we here at Writer use AI to level up our marketing, please subscribe, give a like to the channel. We will be back next week with another set of agents and playbooks that show off how you can use AI in marketing while maintaining brand integrity, automating the repetitive busy work, and giving yourself more time to focus on that high-value, creative, and engaging work that you love.